me bringing it in. That's how I intro this.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is it podcasting 101? Always make sure you clear your throat into the microphone.
Yeah, I turn my head. I turn my head.
I'll make sure it's louder and edit.
Do you remember the video Chocolate Rain where the guy did that? No, oh, you gotta see it. Yeah, he even commented on it.
Chocolate Rain?
Chocolate Rain.
What are you watching on the internet?
Oh, dude, this is super popular. You got to check this out.
Remember, I'm very simple and not up to code with your geek speak over here.
This was like well over a decade ago. Anyway,
Chocolate Rain. What's it about?
It was a kid who had an incredibly deep voice. Like talks about. He's singing a song called Chocolate Rain that he made up.
Is this South Park?
Oh, whatever I describe. No, it's not South Park. Whatever I describe will not do it justice.
Okay.
You got to check it out. We'll make you check it out during the break.
Okay,
and you can comment on it.
Well, let's see if I can break the internet now. So
you
keep
keep
talking.
the listener entertained.
Yeah, well it's on YouTube?
Well, it's everywhere.
It's on the YouTube?
It's on YouTube, Google, Yahoo. It's on all the interwebs.
Ooh.
And the Wi-Fi's.
Ooh, we should talk about dark mode too.
Dark mode?
Dark mode. Why everybody doesn't use dark mode.
Oh, dark mode. The browser option to darken the... Yes. Agreed.
Okay. I'm getting over to
Chocolate.
The Sure Whatever YouTube page. You should be... everybody should be subscribed to it.
It's marked as their favorites, I'm sure.
Yes. And I realized that last week we didn't say once our Twitter handle for them to enter. So
a little rusty.
Yeah.
Little rust on those.
This is first year of the
pipes.
Year. All right.
This was. I'm curious what the upload date is on this video. I said a decade, but it could easily have been 20 years ago now.
It auto-populated Chocolate Rain.
That's how popular.
God, I feel so stupid not knowing. All right.
What's that top one?
Oh my God, Chocolate Rain original song by Trey Zidane.
Uh-huh.
All right. It's a 4 minute and 53 second video.
You only need a snippet, but how many views?
129 million.
There you go.
All
you
right.
got rich off this. Just give it a little snippet. Go ahead.
Okay.
Only pay for what you need with Liberty Music.
This is not it. This is the ad.
Oh my God.
This is the second ad?
2 ads because obviously
we're not paying for this.
Yeah,
we're not rich.
No.
You see him? He moves his head so he doesn't breathe into the mic.
What is it?
That's enough. That's good.
So is it an actual song that he wrote, or
he wrote? He was on Tosh.0 for it.
Oh, we all know that's quality TV right there.
Well, that's how you get internet.
Chocolate Rain.
Chocolate Rain. But did you see how he moves his head awkwardly away? He said that was so he didn't have to breathe into the mic. So that's kind of why I turned my head.
Well, okay, so...
Because I learned from Chocolate Rain.
Yes, because you're
It's an educational video, Tony.
Wow, that was a deep cut right there that you got. Okay, I gotcha.
And now this is very similar to me. This tells a little bit about our friendship here. When I made you watch Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, God.
Nothing Compares.
So, yes.
Do you want to tell that part while I pour us our libations?
Yes. Oh, I guess, listener, if you haven't realized this, why it's so quiet and organized is because our good buddy Mikey is very busy nowadays, and he's not allowed to hang out with us. So it's just us two idiots again.
Just Dumb and Dumber.
What was I saying?
You were going to talk about Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor. Wow. Whew. Okay.
Flashbacks.
AJ made us some strong drinks beforehand.
That was your Vietnam.
Okay, so listener, I know the music. Excuse me. I know the song, Sinead O'Connor. Nothing Compares to You.
Yep.
I mean, it's kind of a classic song. It's an oldie that still sticks around and everything, but I've never actually seen the music video. Mm-hmm. And there was like a short period in my life when I was into music videos, but you can only watch music videos on TV and like MTV.
Back when MTV did music videos.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then once the internet came around and all that stuff, I was like, and I think it really kind of went out of vogue when they were doing the making of the video on MTV.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I think
remember
after I saw that, I was like, I was like, okay, why do I need to see the music video when I could just listen to it?
But this one
was probably Sinead O'Connor made this probably back in the early 80s, mid 80s.
I'll tell you, but go ahead and tell that.
Okay. So it is like a portrait of this lady, of Sinead O'Connor, singing to the camera in black and white. And it's literally just a portrait. You can't see. I don't think she's not even wearing anything. It's probably wearing like a strapless bra, so it looks like she's wearing nothing. But her head is shaved, and she stares right at you and sings, "Nothing compares to you." Oh, look it up. Look it up.
1990.
Wow. Wow. Anyways, it's a good song, but then it really drives home the point once you see that music video, because it's like, stop looking at me.
I made him watch the video. He knew the song, but I said, this is just, I'm not saying this is going to be a pleasant experience, Tony, but it's an experience you have to have in life. So I'm going to leave the room and make you watch it. He goes, all right.
You sit down and you watch this whole thing.
And I think I went out to the garage and just did a couple laps while he watched it and came back. And
it's life changing. It's life changing.
Should we toast to Sinead O'Connor?
To Sinead O'Connor.
To life experiences.
Oh, crap. What am I doing over here?
All right.
Everywhere.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh,
I wasn't ready for that.
wow, that was a big shot. Wow. All right, so what do we describe to the listener what we're taking?
Well, aftermarket there. Evan Williams honey. It doesn't taste like 35% though, does it?
No, it tastes like it's 100. It tastes like something you clean your engine block with.
Maybe we're not drunk enough.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That's probably it.
Ooh, that'll help. So we bought this last time we were over here. Figured we could leave it over here, and we can have a bottle at everybody's place, so we can never run out of booze, because nobody's gonna just randomly shoot. Well, I mean, alcoholics probably would. Yeah,
we're not running out. That's for sure.
Let's see. What is Oh, I was just thinking about cleaning your engine block. AJ, last time we were talking, big things have happened with you and your four-wheeled pets.
It's my grocery getter.
I got to take Chocolate Rain off this video.
It's distracting, isn't it?
It is. I need to. There we go. Excellent.
I'm a car guy, and I have changed cars. I had the Alfa Romeo, and then I have since changed. Some people wouldn't think it's an upgrade, but I have gone back to Cadillac. Instead of the ATS-V, I have got its bigger brother now, as of 3 weeks ago, the CTS-V.
Let me back up. I think that is an upgrade. I think that's because you had an American muscle car originally, and then you went with something that was on paper statistically better, but it was a European Italian boot.
It had a little different flair to it, didn't it?
And it was a good car.
Gorgeous car, good car.
But there was a couple things in there that the Cadillac had that this one didn't. So I
missed my girl. I missed her.
You upgraded back to...
I went back to what I loved, what was comfortable, what I missed. And just I got a little more of it.
You got a lot more of it.
I got a little bit more. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Loving it so far. But it's this is the first black car I've had too. So it is very difficult to keep this clean. I like keeping them clean. The Cadillac was a dark gray.
The ATS-V was a dark gray.
ATS-V was a dark gray.
And this one's
Alpha was white. This one is
black.
Black.
So it's like you already had some work done to make sure like it stayed black.
Yes. Needed to be. I don't know why some of the trim on there was chrome and it just shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it's Cadillac. That's what people like in Cadillacs. They got Harley people. They don't just have a Harley. They have Harley with bags and leathers on it.
I can see for other models maybe why they did use that trim and then just put it on the other one because it was easier to apply. But shouldn't have happened. So I had to change a little bit of trim. But anyway, still trying it out. Still getting used to her. It's
Now this is honestly one of the bigger cars that you've ever. I would say you've driven my Hippo before. That's not, but like. You've consistently driven, because your ATS-V was very small, I would say, because it was a 2-door, and we were always shoved in the back seat, which is like, listener, if you ever,
smaller.
Yeah, if you ever look at the back of a sports car and they have that quote unquote 2 seats back there,
Children over 5 should not even be back there.
Exactly, and but this is a true 4-door mid-size sedan. Sedan? Mid-size sedan?
It's sedan. Yeah, probably larger now.
Yeah. And this thing is screaming with horsepower under the hood already.
Yeah, it's already a big girl. But heavier. It's heavier. It's bigger. It's a completely different experience. The other cars, I felt light and nimble and agile, and I'm used to that. And then I get in this thing, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm driving a tank. This doesn't feel right just yet.
Was it? Do you like when you're driving on the road? Do you literally feel it when you're pulling into turns and when you're braking heavy and stuff? Because you had quite nimble cars, and now it's like
and I love that. I absolutely did. This one is shockingly, because it's a bit heavier, but still great, suspension, everything. It's taken the bumps and the rides better because it's heavier. It's got a little, but the turns is where it's like, whoa,
yeah.
Hang on. But it's still a stiff ride. It's still got great suspension. It's still very fun to drive, but a different experience than a lighter car.
Mm-hmm. You were over at my place the other day. We were. This car also has a very unique feature that a lot of other cars, for the listener that doesn't realize, has, that its oil capacity is,
oh God, it's going to cost
literally twice what a normal car is. And I mean that's for good reason, because a lot of cars, Porsches are notorious for this. They pump you full of or they give you this huge reservoir of oil because it's so hard to change the oil in some of these that they say, well, let's just give them a ton of oil, so you only have to change the oil X amount of times in the car life.
Once a year, hopefully.
Yeah, so. But you were over my place, and we built you some ramps. So
we did. That was fun. We got to do 2 more for the back, but no hurry for that at all. We'll get it done later. But had a great time. Built some great ramps. Sturdy. Those things should last a lifetime.
Yeah.
These wooden ramps that slowly escalate up in different levels. I had interesting experience. But yeah, my goal with those ramps is to change my own oil so that nobody else touches the car or accidentally puts in the wrong oil or takes it for a joyride while I'm...
Exactly. It's just like all your cars. You're taking care of this. You're making sure that everything's done properly. You got, what is this? A tune-up lined for...
This one, yeah. Each car has gone through a little bit different experience with each each progression. So this one is going in for a lot of work here pretty soon. A lot of performance work. It already has too much. And let me say this, Tony, none of this is necessary. None of it's a requirement. It is not needed. It is far too expensive. It is an overindulgence and excessive. And it was absolutely worth it. It's completely insane too. I can't even use what I currently have, and I'm going for 30% more.
We would myself and the listener expect nothing less.
It comes from a standpoint of I don't know how much is too much until I'm there.
It's true. It's science, right? You got to push the envelope.
You don't know where the line is until you touch it.
So they're gonna take your car. They're going to do a bunch of stuff to it, but they're gonna give you the numbers before and after. Like this is what you cut.
Yep, dynos before and after.
Okay, and then ooh.
Yes, very excited. Very excited. This will probably be my last podcast. Listeners, you might not see me again.
Oh, this is perfect. So you are, even though you're still taking good care of this stuff, you still will. You're like a normal human being. Will drive this car. And
my daily driver. Yeah, it's not just a weekend warrior.
You went and drove it downtown and parked it on the street like a lunatic. Yeah. Last Thursday when
I did Astros opening day.
Opening day, we decided that we needed to go back, and even in the midst of this pandemic, when everything's opening and stuff and all that stuff, and nobody's going out, we decided that we were going to go out to our little stomping grounds. And just, for the past 6 years, we've either been at the opening day, or we've been at this bar that's really close to the stadium.
Yep.
And we went there, and it was odd. It was
very strange. I didn't like it. It is during a pandemic, but it just wasn't the usual experience we're looking for, especially from a team that's as good as we are.
Exactly.
It should have been nuts, and it wasn't.
Exactly. It really was. Like, listener, this was a Thursday night, so obviously like it's a weekday, but
Sure.
and MLB and NBA and everybody already does this, or all the big sports leagues already do this. Like, they know that you're going to go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They know those crowds are already there. So what they try to do is to slam in an extra popular day, as they'll start the season on a Thursday or maybe like a Tuesday or Wednesday,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and skip a couple days until the actual weekend starts. So they started this on Thursday. There was one bartender there, and it's a huge bar. There's one bartender there, but she still kind of kept up.
She did a good job of keeping up. It wasn't that busy. They should have had two, to be fair.
Yeah.
But she was making it work, and she was hustling the whole time. But this was just, it was weird. Not that we're complaining because we're old now, and we prefer the lighter crowds, but game one, you would expect a little bit more.
Exactly. Like, there might have been, we've seen this place bust to nuts before, and there might have been 30 people in there.
Total, yeah.
Total.
And inside, outside.
It was weird. But that also is good for us because we're old, crotchety men.
We are.
That I'm telling you, listener, when your team stinks like ours did back in the day, that's the best time to watch.
There's no crowds. You're not fighting with annoying people. Everything's cheaper. Parking's easier to get around the stadium. It is just multiple levels of convenience are so much easier to achieve.
I can't even remember how many. I lost count of how many times I would just walk up to because if I didn't, I had season tickets, and if I wanted to go to game, I would just walk up to the ticket booth and say, "Give me your cheapest ticket," and it'd be like $11, and you just walk in, and just like a lot of these stadiums, you walk in at ground level, street level, you walk in, and then the stadium kind of dips down into the ground, so you just walk in. And then you walk down to the field and sit wherever you want, because after the third inning, they didn't care.
They're not checking anymore. They got other things to do.
Yeah. They only have 5 ticket ushers in the whole place, and they're and they're protecting the people who actually have good seats.
The fancy people. But not us. I had a great time. We won opening day. We've got a great record right now. Astros are doing good. They're leading the division, so I'm hoping it stays that way, and we got a hell of a season ahead of us.
Exactly. Yeah, we had a 4-game series against the Oakland Athletics.
Yep.
And I was talking to my dad about this. We swept them. We won all four games.
We did.
And he was asking me, "Are we that good, or is Oakland that bad?" And I,
a little of both.
A little of both. I don't think we're that good.
Yeah.
But then again, Oakland's like they're on their way up. They were in the playoffs the last 2 years.
Many games were very close. So we had we're trying to make a statement too.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a long season. We're back to, instead of 60 games, we're back to 162.
Yes, which as many people like rallied for, it's like, oh, we've already played a 60 game or 70 game season last year. It's fine. Everybody watch and blah, blah. As much as I agree with that, it's the point that baseball is just consistently there for you. From now up until October. Well, I guess, whatever. It's just consistently on, and you could turn a game on, and I try to tell my girlfriend this all the time. Whenever the game's on TV, we can still do stuff. We can still talk and stuff. The game is on, so it's like it's background noise and stuff.
Yes, agreed.
When the announcers get all, then you stop and turn. Okay, and then you.
We've got some special announcers. We really love it.
And they're both back. Both of them are back. All 3 of them are back. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pregnancy. Julia's back.
Julia's Mikey's a
forever love.
Oh man. Well, speaking of Mikey, how he's too busy to hang out with us. Do we want to update the listener on how our bets went last time?
Well, seeing as how I lost about all of them, I really don't care to, so we can just skip to the next section.
Yeah. And Mikey's not here to collect or gloat, so
rollover. It's like rollover minutes. We're just letting it ride.
It's true. Should we make some bets right now for him that we know he'll lose?
We should bet for him.
Yes, or we should make him bet against like the Astros.
So for anybody that was missed the last podcast, we bet on UFC fights. Mm-hmm. So we could continue with UFC. We could choose a different sport. We could bet on how long we think our president will make it. I don't know. That is no indication of our political views. That is solely based off his age. Okay.
Oh, if we're gonna make fun of one side, we got to make fun of the other side.
Absolutely. We're
Making
equal.
fun of Donald, we got to make fun of Biden.
We're all about fair treatment here.
Yeah. What's you have to make fun of blue ties? We'll make fun of red ties.
That's right.
If you mix them together, what does that make? Purple, blue and purple, blue and red.
Yeah, I think if you mix enough, it always goes to brown.
Yeah. That's what we're all.
just muddy poop water.
Oh, politics.
That's right.
All right, let's get into religion next. So how about?
So yeah, we got to figure out a bet for the next one.
Yeah, let's wait till Mikey comes around, and then we'll. I do like UFC because I think UFC is still one of those things where when you bet in the odds, Vegas really when you bet in the points, Vegas really does give you like a 50-50 spread, so you don't have to be like, yes, when a team is like +5 or blah blah blah.
Yep.
It's like you really want to find a 50-50 bet, but in UFC, I really think it's like, they're the favorite, but everybody has a glass jaw at some point.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. And speaking of anything can happen, Mikey won 2 out of the 3 or something. I think we both owe him.
I think he won all of them. I think didn't he win?
I lost mine. You got DQ'd, and he won it, so he did win all of them.
He won all of them. Dang. Yeah.
Your guy got DQ'd, like one of the rarest things to happen.
That was what, for some reason that night I just wasn't watching.
He was winning the fight too, by the way. He was winning it. He was going to win.
Of course, that's how it happens. And we're back.
That voice.
I gotta get one in there every now and then.
It still shocks me.
All right, listener. Today is the day when we finally check our emails and to see if we actually have any. Not like we have. It's not that we haven't been doing it before.
It's a whole influx,
Yeah. I
always forget about this, and probably because nobody ever comments, nobody ever listens. I'm talking in space. So you're gonna check our comments and see if anybody has said anything.
I still got chocolate rain up, so okay.
Yeah, okay. Completely close that.
So we actually do have an email address because we need an email address to
create a web page.
To create a web page and blah blah. If you have ever started a podcast before, there's a couple steps you got to do and stuff. Well, anyways, it's just an email. I mean, I probably have like 6 email addresses open. I got a Yahoo, I got a Hotmail, Gmail. I got 3 Gmails. I got including this way. Yeah, I got a work. It's like just emails everywhere. Anyway, so listener, our email is what is our email? Sure8 whatever.
You're such a good promoter.
I don't know. If you really want to email us, like, I don't know, send us dirty pictures of your mom or something. I don't know. Email us the good stuff. It is the8 whatever @gmail.com.
That's right, because so many people took the variants of sure whatever bro, sure whatever anything.
Yep. You came up with sure whatever bro, which I thought was brilliant because the podcast is sure whatever. And when I went to go get a email, it was like sure whatever 1, sure whatever 2, sure whatever. And I think I got to like 5. I was like, nope, let's put it in the middle. Sure whatever 1. And they all had that. Yeah. So then I finally just typed in sure 8 whatever. And I was like, 8? I screwed us over by saying sure 8 whatever, because 8 sounds like you ate something, like I'm nom nom
sure.
nom.
Well, it was the closest thing to a number that makes a word, but should we see if sure whatever bro @gmail is open, or did we?
We did not. Can I change an email address?
Yeah, we can tie it to a different account.
Would it still? I mean, I don't want to open another email account.
I agree. Yeah. It's too much.
Okay.
Nobody's emailing us anyway.
Sure, the number 8 whatever, and
Gmail.
@gmail.com.
There you go.
And that is our email address. And listener, say it with me once again. Our Twitter handle is sure whatever bro.
Yep.
@sure whatever bro.
@sure whatever bro.
Yes.
Twitter.
All right. Go ahead. Send us all the good stuff.
And our webpage it's surewhatever.net.
Surewhatever.net. I got it over here. Yeah. Okay. So we got and we're also on YouTube. And this is what this notification was. I got an email.
Did somebody comment on one of our?
Yes.
What?
YouTube sent us over. Actually, they sent us over a couple things.
Oh God.
So first of all, there was
the tone in your voice.
Assist and decease. You guys are a shame.
That's enough.
You're pathetic. Get off the internet. Nobody listens to you.
This is like the companies that cut the 10 worst employees, the 10% worst. Like, you guys are the bottom one. You got to go.
Anybody can be on YouTube. But for some reason, they looked at us and they said, "Nope,
Not you guys.
goodbye." No, our YouTube channel is still up there. I think it's Sure Whatever. Let's see. Actually,
Yeah, it's sure whatever.
Okay, Sure Whatever on YouTube. You'll see us. I mean, it's literally just all our YouTube, all our podcasts in YouTube form. The YouTube sent us, and it's the long roundabout way. What I'm trying to say, listener, is that I'm gonna take a drink.
Oh God, just makes it even long. Oh, I hate that noise. Hope he mutes himself in the editing of this.
It's a good Foley sound.
Yeah.
YouTube told us that somebody with, it looks like Chinese or Japanese symbols.
Okay, I'm immediately thinking it's a scammer of
Yeah,
some
maybe.
kind.
It's there's 3 Japanese or Chinese symbols. Katre,
Followed by English letters.
followed by English letters, and it's K-A. Yeah, I wasn't reading that. I wasn't reading.
It's a good point.
Yeah, it's K-A-T-R-E. 3 Japanese letters or symbols, Asian symbols, and then Katre
That's the person that commented.
with a little avatar of looks like the head of a Cabbage Patch Kid, or what was those Care Bears? The
Care
head of a
Bears.
Care Bear.
Well, I'm sure they said something positive to the effects of, we're been fans, long time listener,
listeners.
first time caller, just loving what we produce, right?
Yes. They commented on Sure Whatever number 38,
38.
AJ's demise.
I won't forget that one.
They said, what?
Oh man,
I can only
that's not supportive. That's not positive.
HM, comma, what?
What?
With a big H. Well, actually, no, I'm putting it in there.
Oh.
So Katre,
You take what you can get.
Katre, you're our new favorite person.
That's right.
Thank
You just beat David Sang from Australia.
David T. Sang. David T. Sang from Australia. Was it? So the how do we respond to that? Like, this is okay, or
What-
I have nothing to say because it's so awesome. All I could do is just
So you want to reply to him?
Should we? I mean, we can reply, and we can also. Well, yeah. Wait. Listen. Literally, there's a button right there that says reply.
I think we should reply.
What should we reply?
Oh, let's be too aggressive.
Let's be to the. Should we
Let's be,
right back? That's right.
What are you gonna do about it? Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
What are you gonna do about it?
So
As with anything on the internet, let's pretend to be tough.
yeah. Let's be 100% the problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Provide no solutions, no answers, just create problems.
So something Katre that responded with what?
Yeah. Go ahead, hit reply. Do it now.
All right, let's do it. We'll do it right here. All
Do
right.
it live.
We'll do it live.
And we're back.
Oh, it
that's-
started.
That's
Already?
It started it. I'll stop. Okay. You don't need to hear AJ's
too much of a
demise.
good thing.
Okay. Should
Hit that reply right there.
hit the reply. What do we
There
write
you
back?
go.
What should we reply?
Which one of those do you like? Pick what you want.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Love it. Go with it.
Sounds about right. Comma, doesn't it? Question mark.
I think you're overthinking things. Put the exclamation point in there too.
Where's it? Oh, wait a minute. So question mark, exclamation point.
Yeah. Hit them both.
Boom. At the same time. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
1. There we go.
There you go. One would be about our speed.
All right, Katre. Balls in your court.
Check.
Check and me. What? So we didn't reply to David T. Sang because David T. Sang actually liked our webpage.
That was a like, right?
That was a
really
like.
comment.
Yeah. So
We appreciate that feedback.
thank you, David
this
T. Sang.
is just aggressive. What do you not get? What do you not understand? Everything is very clear.
Just so I point this out, I'm noticing right now that the comment is what, but right below it, she did give us the thumbs up. So
Or he. We don't know the
Or he.
we don't know the gender.
or did we give them a thumbs up? Let's see. Let's give them a thumbs up.
Can we thumbs up them too?
We gave them a thumbs up.
We double thumbs.
We double thumb. Did we give them
2 thumbs.
2 thumbs up. Were we Siskel and Ebert over here?
Okay.
All right, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe.
As others are doing.
And you too might get a snarky reply from us.
Give you a 5-minute comment on the live podcast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listener, welcome back. We're still in a pandemic a year later.
Still?
This is, it's April 7th.
I mean, with everything going on the internet, I mean, you would think that it's over.
You would think it's getting better or getting worse, depending on some states. Still in a pandemic. What has changed, though, from a year ago was vaccines are out.
The vaccines are out.
Vaccines are out. Everybody, not just the news, your government, doctors, but friends and family are probably encouraging you to get your vaccine if it's available to you.
Mm-hmm.
Tony and I have both gotten a vaccine real recently, as of 2 and 3 days ago even.
We were both recently chipped.
Yep. Government's got us.
It's great. I mean, we got tracking. All of a sudden, I want to buy Microsoft stock.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Bezos knows exactly what I want now.
Knows your blood type.
It's amazing. What's that? What's the thing that they always make fun of on South Park? The rich people, Antifa or
Antifa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antifa. They know exactly where we are. They know what our blood type is, whether they want to drink it or suck it or not. Suck it, Antifa.
That's not true.
Okay, all right. Okay,
that's another podcast.
Google South Park and watch that, guys. You'll like it. It's funny.
Yep.
But this new administration has pulled a fast one on everybody and said, you don't have to be a frontline worker. You don't have to be a dog. You don't have to be whatever.
It happened so quick.
Everybody's eligible for it.
It happened so quick.
Mm-hmm.
For months, it felt like they were prioritizing people based off the number of high-risk priorities,
you don't have to be
disabilities.
Fat, you don't have to be old.
Age, heart conditions, diabetes, whatever it is, would get priority. And then all of a sudden, it seems like in the span of a week, it was anybody that has a heartbeat, come on in.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I think that they were... Now, I don't follow the news, so everything I say is going to be highly ignorant and uninformed.
That's what our listener expects, Tony. You keep going with it.
I want you to hear this.
You keep going with it.
Straight, unfiltered, from my dumb brain into your
ear.
Probably educated ears.
Yep.
Okay. So from what I was...
yeah, he can't even get it out.
You know what? There's nothing to say here. No, no. Well, from what I understand, it's like there are some places in the United States that people won't get it. Mm-hmm. Like it's available... I know. Actually, I know there's places that, like up in Washington State, up in like the Seattle area, people, I guess the state or whoever will pay people money, cash money. Well, probably is check to get it, and they can't pay people to take this. Yeah. And then there's some places that, like I guess in LA and stuff like that, where if you put yourself on a list, you might be a couple thousand down on the list.
Could be a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's everybody's right to choose, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the social responsible thing to do. Some people, companies, I know several companies that are offering incentives to get it done. Like we can't force you to get it. It's against
Mm-hmm.
the law to force you. But what we can do is incentivize you. We'll give you days off of work. Mm-hmm. We'll give you spot bonuses of cash. Anything to help people stop the spread of this virus.
Exactly.
So I know at the very beginning we're probably sounding like hypocrites because many months ago we said when there was a vaccine, we're not going to be the first ones
Mm-hmm.
to get it. And technically we weren't, but we still got it.
Well, and I think, and obviously we're being a little tongue in cheek over here because you're right. We're not advocating. This podcast has no political or doctoral stance or anything like that. We're just kind of saying what comes to our mind because we're all dumb. Even Mikey, even though it's not here. Here, I'll be Mikey. I'm a dumb idiot too.
We know, Mikey.
Okay, thank you. Shut up, Mikey. Get back in the box. We're not telling you to get it or not to get it. But one of the things was I don't think there was really a question that we weren't going to get it, but my stance was I wasn't going to get it until like later on in the year when everybody who wanted to get it could get it. And then it was just easy for me to walk in and cuz like my situation was my girlfriend really wanted to get it. She wanted the Johnson & Johnson one. She wanted to, and I was like, okay, you go get it. And then I kind of had a funny situation where she found a place about 40 minutes away from us that had a bunch of Johnson & Johnson shots. And she's like, okay, let's go get it. Or she was going to get it. She called them up to make her point. And she said, and they said, yes, we have a ton of these. And I was like, she's basically kind of guilting me. It's like, why don't you just come get it now? If they can't, if they're having a problem giving them away, why don't you come? So we drove 40 minutes away. And that's another reason why I drove 40 minutes away is because it's one shot. I don't have to go back and get it.
Yep. Johnson & Johnson's nice. It has a lower efficacy rate, I believe is what it is, but it's still, it's better than zero, which is not getting vaccinated. So,
and I think what it does is like it keeps you out. It keeps you from dying and basically out of the hospital. None of these vaccines keep you from getting it. It just they all have like 100% rate of like keeping you from dying. And then it goes from then keeping you out of the hospital and then keeping you from having bad reactions. And then they still haven't figured out one that was actually one of my big beefs about it. It's like everybody's just like the flu vaccine. Everybody's, I guess, spouting off like this is a true vaccine. And it's technically not a vaccine because it's like polio has a vaccine. Measles, mumps, and rubella has a vaccine. Like you get it and you don't get these before. These are just almost like immune boosters, just like the flu vaccine every year.
Yeah, I hadn't heard much about whether it would, the death rate of it or the ability to keep you out of the hospital or keep you from spreading it. I'm not sure about the details of those. You know, we're not doctors, and depending on what website you go to, it'll tell you different numbers, of course.
I learned this from the news I don't watch.
Okay, so that's a good foundation for our educational system on this podcast. But we both got it. We got different ones too. You got the Johnson & Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got the Moderna one, whatever they had available. But they were ready to go. So I had signed up to try to get one here in Houston, and it was weeks out.
Yeah.
Weeks out. Your place, 40 minutes away, said pretty much that day, said, come on in. We got an opening in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I said, I'll be there then. And I just wanted to be done. I didn't want to think about it. I didn't want to potentially put other people at risk by me getting it and spreading it to others. I wanted to be done. Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing. It's like, well, if it was easily available and they were they're having trouble giving it away, I'll walk in and get it. But it was like, I didn't want to like jump the line and take a spot. But
from somebody that needed it.
Yeah. But then there are some people that are just like, I want it now. I want it delivered to my house. I want Amazon to give it to me, blah, blah, blah. Because they come to my house twice a day. Like we put in very little effort to just drive 40 minutes away and I know there are some people that are probably still like, I know all of our listeners all over the country. There's at least one out there that's shaking their fist in the sky, cursing the gods that we're still talking.
They are.
That are trying to get it. And one of the big things is like herd immunity only works if we get to a certain percentage, and it is your right, but hey, we're doing our part for herd immunity. So
we're trying to, and I didn't want to be the canary down the mine. Coming out of the gates. I didn't know how they would go.
It's true.
So spent a couple months. Things were going well. Rates were still going down after the vaccines were coming out, and we were hoping that was due to the vaccine. But I think it was a couple factors. Winter, the vaccine, more people that had gotten it weren't getting it again, even though there were many variants. So it's just a couple things. So I'm just happy it's done. I don't know how your shoulder felt after you got yours. Small needle, wasn't a big needle at all.
Yeah.
But after my phase 1 Moderna, I felt like I got hit in the shoulder with a baseball bat for the first 24 hours.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I'm good now. 48 hours later, I'm good. But that first 24, could not put the arm above the head.
Really? So listen, I haven't even talked to you about this because you got this, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
And I got mine about 6 days ago. I got two completely different stories here. Actually, and I also have 2 data points too. One, mine was like a horse needle. I mean, it was
wow.
big. It was probably about, I want to say at least 2-inch needle.
Ooh.
And it was big enough, and it was dark colored enough to like see it. And but you know what? Some of these people or these ladies, these nurses, whoever administers these shots, some of them are just amazing. They can just turn around. It's like they're like magicians. Hey, look over here, sleight of hand, and all of a sudden, boop, that it's already over. So we had big needles. My girlfriend, she felt hers. I didn't feel mine at all. I mean,
didn't feel mine either.
Yeah. I had just a very small soreness around the injection site, my girlfriend, she actually later that evening got chills and was cold, and it was like, she was wearing 2 jackets, and this is actually opening day, so we
were out a little later.
We were out a little later and stuff, and we went home, and she just wasn't feeling it. She was like kind of like almost flu-like symptoms, but then she woke up the next day and she was fine, 100% fine. So like that was her reaction. It wasn't bad. It wasn't positive, but it wasn't
all
bad.
manageable. All manageable.
Yeah.
So that was mine. I felt like I got hit in the shoulder with a baseball bat. Had a small needle though, very small, and then very mild, like 10% flu-like symptoms for the first 24 hours. Now perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But your doctor did. Obviously, she probably has had 500 people a day that are scared of needles and try to distract them. My birthday is in 4 to 5 months. I walk in and she sees my birthday and the needle comes out. And she goes, "Oh, you got a birthday coming up." And I get so distracted by the I don't want to say stupidity because she's a doctor. I'm like, 4 months? Who says it after 4 months? And the next thing I know, I'm getting stabbed. I'm like, hey, I'm answering her question. 4 months? Yeah, it's a ways out. What are you doing? I don't know. It's 4 months out. And then I get hit in the arm. So obviously, children's smoke and mirror distractions work for me. Jeez.
That's brilliant, because you know that would probably work for everybody. Even if it is 4 months, or even if it is right around the corner, people are like, yeah, it is.
It could have been yesterday, and I would have been like, huh?
And then, yeah, if it's not like, because if you say that to somebody, there's always a response that you have to think about. That's brilliant.
Yeah, either good, bad, yeah, I already had it. It caught me so off guard. I wasn't thinking about it. So her little trick worked.
Really? Are you a fan of needles? I can't look at them. I mean, I can watch other people take needles all the time, but if it's coming at me, I just have to look away and like bring myself to another point in the universe. Like, I'm not here in this moment right now. Da-da.
I'm good with them. I'm curious how the follow-up shot's going to go, whether it's going to have the soreness or it's going to have more flu-like symptoms.
That's a good question, because I imagine if there was going to be one that's going to have more symptoms, I would doubt it would be the first one, because then you'd scare everybody away from the second one.
Yeah. Both my parents had Moderna, and they said the second one wasn't near as bad as what other people are saying.
Okay.
24 hours, you're done.
Yeah, so you got another follow-up. I got the Johnson & Johnson one-shot one.
You guys are done.
Yeah, and that's also a kind of a plus too. So
big plus. Very nice. I just wanted one. I didn't care which one it was. I wanted to be done with this.
Is your girlfriend going to get it? No, your girlfriend's in another state.
She's already gotten her first round. She's getting her second round next week. Moderna as well.
What about, do you know anything about kids? Are kids allowed to get it?
16 and over is now eligible.
16 and over?
Even here in Texas. Okay.
I don't know any kids that are that. So actually, listener, funny story. I was going to cook a brisket, and I invited a bunch of people over for Easter, and my sister had to back out because her oldest
that's right.
got COVID.
Her oldest is what, 9?
No, her oldest is, I think he's like 11 or 12.
Oh God,
I think he's like 11.
He's getting old.
Yeah, right. They're good. Yeah, right. The
got COVID.
He is he's doing fine. Everybody's fine. Like, it's funny because it's a house of 5, and he is literally isolated to his room for 11 days. And
probably fine by him. Probably.
Yeah, my sister's kind of loving it because she is a dentist, and she needs to protect her patients and her staff and everything. So she's basically isolated from the house, who's isolated from her son. So her poor husband has to deal with everything. So.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. As soon as you told me that story, you were saying your sister came back and said something. How to put this nicely? Your sister is very particular about a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So she thought her very particular ways would have prevented this type of thing from happening.
My, how the cookie crumbles.
Isn't it ironic?
Yeah. No, I had to even talk to her a little bit about it because, she has a family over there. She is the
kids.
Matriarch that's keeping the ship running.
Yeah.
3 kids, 4 kids, count her husband. But the whole thing was it was just, I had to just kind of sit down and flat out say to her, is like, you that's just
busted.
Oh no, the girlfriend. Oh,
you need to get it.
Listener, should I do it?
Do it.
Deny.
She's gonna call back in a minute.
She's gonna call back in a minute. I can already see it. The We're gonna finish out this segment, and I'll call her back.
Okay.
I immediately regret my decision.
you're still a man.
I'm still
You're
a man.
still a man.
I made the decision to not pick up the phone right now. I'm gonna pay for it later.
Yep. Got some explaining to do.
Okay, what I was saying was I was trying to tell my sister that the cookie just crumbles the wrong way. She was like, she's calling
You
back.
gotta get it. That's 2. You gotta get it now.
All right.
You gotta get it.
All right.
I'll be quiet.
Okay. Hey, cutie pie.
Hey, why didn't you answer the first time?
Oh, I missed the phone. Sorry.
How about my text?
I didn't see it because I'm over at AJ's house. No, that doesn't sound very convincing that I'm off the hook here for not answering your phone.
No, you're off the hook for now because you're at Agent. You can call me back later and apologize.
I will call back and I will grovel. Grovel.
How long are you here for?
Not too much longer. 30 minutes? 40 minutes?
Okay.
All right. Talk to you back.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And that's how it's done, guys.
Oh my God.
And that is how it's done. I want you all to take notes.
It's like when the bully turns their back and you're like, what? You start talking tough. And they turn around and look at you and you start running. You will call me later and you will apologize. Oh, yes, man. All right. Yeah.
Whew. Whew. Is it getting hot in here, guys? Woo.
Hey, let me say this. I would have done the same thing. The exact same thing would happen to me. Yep.
That's how,
The sign
guys.
of defeat.
That's how you handle a relationship,
Yep.
fellas.
Well, that's a man right there.
I want everybody who doesn't have a girlfriend right now
Take notes.
to count your things.
Take notes. That's why you're still in a relationship.
That's why I'm saying
That's why you're still in a relationship right there. You know when to push,
I know when to
when to pull, and when to just let them have as much rope as they want.
Oh man, I'm gonna pay for that later.
What's she up to?
She is actually on a business trip, which
Oh, that's right.
I wanted to bring this up, and right after this break, listener, we will bring that up. Boop 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 boop.
That was fantastic.
Okay, AJ, we've got pretty serious there at the end.
We're pretty serious guys.
Yeah. Talking. Let's lighten this mood with with all this vaccine talk and blah blah blah. Let's
Right.
get to something happier. And
Okay.
besides the fact that I'm gonna be groveling here in about 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yes.
To my
Give me that
girlfriend.
phone call. Yeah.
Okay. You can vaccinate humans.
Mm-hmm.
You can vaccinate children, which I don't think are humans yet.
Full children, no.
But what are your thoughts on vaccinating pets?
Do they have pet vaccine? I haven't heard of this if they do.
What was it? I want to know.
I'm for it.
Okay.
I prefer many pets over people.
Okay, let's glaze over the vaccination for now. How much money would you pay to save a pet?
Ooh, if I had to pick my favorite pet that I've had over the years and then pick how much money I would pay to save that one,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And if they're at a young age, not later in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Oh, I got you got 13 years out of this goldfish.
I'm monetizing life here. I would probably $200 to $300
Okay, no, that
for my favorite pet.
for your
With
favorite
many
pet.
years left
Yes.
in it.
Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Now, okay, I feel that the listener's going to think that's kind of low, but let me.
Save me.
I think that you're right along in that line with that. It's a pet. If it has life left to live, then it should be
Quality.
Yes, you should invest some money in it.
Agreed.
So I don't think I would spend more than $1,000 on like a single thing.
You made me look horrible.
Well, no, let's say I think once you get to that next digit over, it's kind of like when there's a comma in any of those bills.
Let's do this right now. Your turtle, which you've had for 4 years and probably has 30 years in it. What would you?
Okay, So the turtle's a different
Five
story.
bill?
Okay,
Bill?
all right, yeah. Listener, you probably know this. I got a turtle in a crawfish boil once. Excuse me, in a sack of crawfish that we are about to boil.
Surprise, the little
So I got a
secret
turtle.
Dakota ring in the Cracker Jack box there, but
Son of a bitch.
yeah.
I legitimately thought I was only going to spend $50 on this thing. A lot of money later. Because, I mean, this turtle could live to be 40 years old. So, I mean, I'm just food and changing the water and filters and treating the water and the lights that go out, like the heat lamps and the docks and all that stuff that it has to sit on.
It ends up.
So anyways, I was basically, my question was to you, in my mind, what I was thinking about was like a dog or a cat or something, like a family pet. So if it was like a family pet, I think I could spend upwards to $1,000 on a dog or a cat, as long as it's like the family. Mm-hmm. Now, if it's my own individual, like my turtle, you're right. Maybe about.
See, that's where.
Let's be honest. That turtle will never see the vet.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about in my head. The amount of money I would spend on my girlfriend's animals versus one of my own, vastly different. Like if you had to vaccinate your girlfriend's dog, you would spend whatever money you felt is comfortable in your head to spend on her more than the animal.
It's like
to
buying
make her happy.
Jewelry.
To make her happy. What's the right amount?
What is the right amount?
Yes.
Okay, for my girlfriend brought a very large dog into our relationship.
Great dog.
Great dog. Everybody likes her. The thing is that how much? I would spend. I think this number would be the same. I'd probably spend about $1,000 to keep that dog around. Now, if that dog was my dog and it was a big dog like that and it had complication like hip problems or other stuff's like, it'd probably be less.
You're down to my range, 200 or 300.
Yeah,
that makes me
but no,
feel
you're
better.
right. You know, now I think about it, like there is a lot of variables in this.
A whole lot.
Like, is this a family dog or is this an individual? Excuse me, a family pet or an individual pet?
I would spend more on my girlfriend's pets than one of my old favorite ones.
Yeah. Is this a young animal with a lot of life? Is this an older animal?
Have they lived a good life?
Have they lived a good life? You're right. There's so many variables.
How much do you think? Here's a bet, and we should ask Mikey this. How much would he spend to vaccinate his dog right now?
Oh, well, he's gonna. I mean, listener,
RJ's at the end, but he would do anything for that dog.
Okay, if a vaccine came out and there was a line to get into it,
I'm gonna text him right now and see too, so we can get this question answered.
Okay, all right. You text him right now. Ask him how much he would pay right now.
Yep,
dollar amount.
What do we think it would be though?
If he's drunk, he's gonna say $1 million. If he's if he answers realistically, I bet he would pay $5,000. Oh, I mean to get vaccinated or to save
the dog vaccinated. So we're just talking vaccinations.
Just vaccinations? Okay. I bet he would pay $500.
$500. Yeah. You spend two. I would go more. I would say he's upwards of $2,000 to get RJ. Like the first line, the vaccinations. Like RJ's getting sick.
He's very irrational, and I believe that he'd be up there right with the little blue-haired ladies that are widowed and have billions of dollars in the bank that are sitting around with a little piece of crap dog. That's
Here's a factor I didn't account for. Mikey is very anti-COVID vaccinations though at the moment, so he probably wouldn't even. But if RJ was dying, he would. I need to say that.
Let's say if RJ had a vaccination to save his life.
Yeah, that's a better way of doing it because otherwise he'll just say zero and won't do it.
Let the dog die. No. Listener, Mikey's dog RJ. It's a nice dog. But the dog has lived a long, full life, and it's still annoying as hell. It is so annoying. I mean, the dog has more energy than a puppy, and it's like going 14 years old.
Yeah.
And it's just so high. It runs around. It barks. I think he was talking.
Moves at the speed of light. It's
amazing. It really is. I think he was talking last time like he was going to get the dog cataract surgery or something like that, and he was going to spend like $5,000 on it. And the vet talked him out of it. The vet was like, "Yeah, you don't need to get the dog cataract surgery because." You know, the dog's probably going to die or it's going to...
Let's be honest here.
I mean, these are people who are paid to take your money. It's like, they was like, oh, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do this surgery. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. The text is sent. Let's see what he says. Anyways.
He'll probably reply quickly.
So, anyways,
Who knows what's going on?
So, listener, AJ has his great philosophy on what kind of pet he wants to get, and I
do.
really
Yep.
do agree with this. AJ, will you tell the listener what your philosophy is on the pet you're going to get?
It hits a couple check marks. I like big dogs. I like lazy dogs. Dogs that just want food and love. They don't need to be run a lot. They don't have to have. They just want attention, love, and food. And so that a few check boxes there is an older dog, somewhere 5 to 10 years old. Fat, fatter dog is better, and lazier. These are also dogs that typically have a rougher time getting adopted. So getting a dog that's adopted and older would check a lot of boxes, and they just want to sleep and eat. Oh, let's see. We got a reply. How much longer does it keep him alive? Mikey wants to know this. How much longer would it keep his dog alive?
6
minimum.
years.
Oh, 6.
I'm going to say 6 years.
All right. Minimum 6 years. Okay.
Because I think, the dog's like 13 or 14. That'll put him to like
RJ
20.
could live that long.
Well, and I think I don't think it's out of the question to think like a long-lived dog
That's
of
true.
his size
That's a
could
good
live
point.
to 20.
That's a good point.
I think his dog should live to like 15 or 16 average.
Yeah, well, he doesn't really. He'll be blind and live another 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Ooh.
minimum
You know what? Him asking these questions means he's probably seriously thinking of
doing it.
more
money.
More money.
Yeah.
You should have said a year. I should have said a year.
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so while we're waiting for Mikey to text back, listener, I think AJ is right up the right alley here with the fact of like get a dog that suits your living. Pick, if you're gonna if you can pick a dog. Oh, what was that?
He says, "Jesus, 6 more years."
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's thinking. If you can get if you can get the opportunity to, I guess, choose an animal to like kind of fit your life, even though like you don't want to shop, you want to adopt. I think that's the thing they're trying to do. It's like if you're allowed, or if you have the opportunity to like pick a dog or pick an animal that fits your lifestyle, you need to pick something that really could fit with you. And I think AJ and I is just a fat, lazy dog that just wants love. So, anyways, he's right now. I am watching. My girlfriend is in Nevada on a work trip. We are watching her boss's dog for her.
Oh, that's right.
So that means I am watching the boss's dog. The boss's dog is now a brand new
puppy?
black lab puppy. 100% adorable.
Of course.
200% adorable.
Yeah.
I dare to go 300%.
I don't doubt that.
The thing is like adorability drops to the floor once that dog does anything more than
chews, pees, poops.
that.
Too much energy.
Oh my God.
Attention needed.
I thought that my girlfriend's dog, big dog, had too much separation anxiety and just needed to be around you and needed too much love and care. This thing is off the wall. Oh my God. It has yet to slow down. It has yet to learn how to poop outside the house. It has yet to learn to pee outside the house. It is yet to learn to leave me alone. Yet to learn to leave my poor girlfriend's dog alone. And it goes all night. It's amazing.
Do you tire it out? Do you take it on a walk and try to tire it out at all?
I can't. It doesn't tire out. It will literally play and wrestle all day. It doesn't tire. It's crazy.
You get your hands full, don't you?
Yeah. So anyways, I thought it was, it'd be nice, like I'd be up for the challenge maybe once in my life to like get a puppy, train the dog the way I wanted. After this thing, which I guess labs are supposed to be good trainable dogs. After this, never.
Good dogs, mild mannered. I think you're just catching it in its, adolescent or
I'm never getting a puppy, AJ.
No,
Ever.
that's what I said. Too much. I want, after they're already trained, they already know what they want in life. Just give me a comfy bed and some food.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to bring that up to the listeners, because honestly, AJ, I think I was like, AJ just does this. But after like literally 2.5 days with this thing, I'm like, nope, never.
It's a hard thing to combat because puppies are so adorable.
They are.
And it overrides a lot of logical reasoning behind it, but that's what I want.
One young animal I could get, though, is probably a kitten.
Cats are far less maintenance, far less,
Because by the
upkeep.
time a kitten turns into a kitty, it's already in its final form.
Yeah, they reach final form pretty early.
And it's pretty much self-sufficient. It's like,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to sleep here, I'm going to poop here, and I'm going to eat this. And
We're done.
if we haven't figured this out by the time from kitten to kitty, you probably got the wrong cat.
That's right. Mikey did respond, by the way. He gave us numbers. Mikey's numbers. He says, Jesus, 6 more years. He's figuring he'd spend about $500 per year to keep it alive. So he would go $3,000.
$3,000. Oh.
So you're toast.
I should have said 1 year.
You said 1 year?
then
Would have nailed it. Spot on.
$500 a year?
He would spend $3,000.
You should text him back. Wrong answer. He dies.
It's over.
It's over.
We've got RJ now.
Yeah.
He's not going to make it.
Joke's on you.
He's got COVID.